The fool has one great advantage over a man of sense. He is always satisfied with himself. To have a right estimate of a man's character, we must see him in misfortune. Friends must always be treated as if one day they might be enemies. The art of war is to gain time when your strength is inferior. On victory, you deserve beer. On defeat, you need it. Men are more easily governed through their vices than through their virtues. I see only my objective. The obstacles must give way. Chess is too difficult to be a game, and not serious enough to be a science or an art. Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. The only way to lead people is to show them a future. A leader is a dealer in hope. The reason most people fail, instead of succeed, is they trade what they want most for what they want at the moment. When people cease to complain, they cease to think. Show me a family of readers, and I will show you the people who move the world. The best cure for the body is a quiet mind. Once you have made up your mind, stick to it. There is no longer any if or but. One should never forbid what one lacks the power to prevent. An order that can be misunderstood will be misunderstood. My success and everything good that I have done, I owe to my mother. The more I study the world, the more I am convinced of the inability of brute force to create anything durable. Until you spread your wings, you'll have no idea how far you can fly. The Jews are the master robbers of the modern age. A true man hates no one. I fear 3 newspapers more than 100,000 bayonets. Terrorism, war, and bankruptcy are caused by the privatization of money issued as a debt and compounded by interest. One must change one's tactics every 10 years if one wishes to maintain one's superiority. No one but myself can be blamed for my fall. I have been my own greatest enemy, the cause of my own disastrous fate. Nothing is more arrogant than the weakness, which feels itself supported by power. If I were to give liberty to the press, my power could not last 3 days. The people to fear are not those who disagree with you, but those who disagree with you and are too cowardly to let you know. The battlefield is a scene of constant chaos. The winner will be the one who controls that chaos, both his own and the enemy's. A man will fight harder for his interests than for his rights. Great men are meteors designed to burn, so that earth may be lighted. True wisdom, in general, consists in energetic determination. When a government is dependent upon bankers for money, they and not the leaders of the government control the situation. The best way to keep one's word is not to give it. After making a mistake or suffering a misfortune, the man of genius always gets back on his feet. You become strong by defying defeat and by turning loss into gain and failure to success. He who knows how to flatter also knows how to slander. An army of lions commanded by a deer will never be an army of lions. Impossible is the word found only in a fool's dictionary. Wise people create opportunities for themselves and make everything possible. Ability is noting without opportunity. Courage isn't having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have strength. Governments keep their promises only when they are forced, or when it is to their advantage to do so. The amateurs discuss tactics. The professionals discuss logistics. 10 people who speak make more noise than 10,000 who are silent. He who fears being conquered is sure of defeat. You don't reason with intellectuals. You shoot them. Anarchy is the stepping stone to absolute power. There is only one thing in this world, and that is to keep acquiring money, power, and more power. All the rest is meaningless. The strong man is the one who is able to intercept at will the communication between the senses and the mind. Never tell your enemy he is doing the wrong thing. Men who have changed the world never achieve their success by winning the chief citizens to their side, but always by stirring the masses. 6 hours sleep for a man, 7 for a woman, and 8 for a fool. If you wish to be a success in the world, promise everything, deliver nothing. Envy is a declaration of inferiority. You cannot lead a battle if you think you look silly on a horse. Impatience is a great obstacle to success. He who treats everything with brusqueness gathers nothing, or only immature fruit which will never ripen. Strangers are just friends waiting to happen. To become a good man, one must have faithful friends or outright enemies. It requires more courage to suffer than to die. The world is not ruined by the wickedness of the wicked, but by the weakness of the good. Better to have an open enemy than hidden friends. Whatever you ardently and passionately desire, that you obtain. How many things apparently impossible have nevertheless been performed by resolute men who had no alternative but death. Half of the people in the world are below average. Give me an educated mother. I shall promise you the birth of a civilized, educated nation. Love is the occupation of the idle man, the amusement of a busy one, and the shipwreck of a sovereign. If you want a thing done well, do it yourself. The stupid speak of the past, the wise of the present, and fools of the future. I base my calculation on the expectation that luck will be against me. The world suffers a lot, not because the violence of bad people, but because of the silence of the good people. The best way to make everyone poor is to insist on equality of wealth. A woman laughing is a woman conquered. Lies circle the earth while truth is still trying to put on its shoes. In politics, stupidity is not a handicap. I am surrounded by priests who repeat incessantly that their kingdom is not of this world, and yet they lay their hands on everything they can get. If you know a country's geography, you can understand and predict its foreign policy. The purpose of religion is to keep the poor from killing the rich. Strategy is the art of making use of time and space. I am less concerned about the later than the former. Space we can recover, lost time never. Lead the ideas of your time, and they will accompany and support you. Fall behind them, and they drag you along with them. Oppose them, and they will overwhelm you. Those who failed to oppose me, who readily agreed with me and accepted all my views, were those who did me the most injury. It is not necessary to bury the truth. It is sufficient merely to delay it until nobody cares. In war, as in prostitution, amateurs are often better than professionals. Never ascribe to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity. Opportunities. I make opportunities. Courage is like love. It must have hope for nourishment. The surest way to remain poor is to be an honest man. To understand the man, you have to know what was happening in the world when he was 20. Every hour of lost time is a chance of future misfortune. You must not fight too often with one enemy, or you will teach him all your art of war. I have made all the calculations. Fate will do the rest. You think you are too intelligent to believe in God. I am not like you. History is a set of lies agreed upon. History is written by the winners. Death is nothing but to live defeated, and inglorious is to die daily. Those who have changed the universe have never done it by changing officials, but always by inspiring the people. Victory belongs to the most persevering. Nature intended women to be our slaves. They are our property. Men are moved by two levers only, fear and self-interest. The art of being sometimes audacious and sometimes very prudent is the secret of success. The greatest general is he who makes the fewest mistakes.